Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of our Nashville Predators series. Sorry, couldn't come up with a clever title for this one. At least not yet. If anyone has a clever title, please drop it in the comments section. While you're there, smash the like button, subscribe, do all that fun stuff for me, please. I'd really appreciate it. It's free and it motivates me. Anyways, though, guys, so in the last one we talked about how we want to be competitive, right? And I have a few things to do that. I really do, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So I've actually developed a bit of a plan here for what I want to happen. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our coaching staff, and we're looking to bring in a new coach. Not that our current coach is bad, but this guy is going to be better. Ahmad Della Revere, I think, hopefully. We'll give you that, sure. And he's gonna be something for us. Trust me on this one, guys. Then we go to our coaching staff because we need to open up a spot for him. And normally I would say I just want to let the team go. I just want to let them, try to develop. Let's see what we can get out of them. But here, nah, I'm good. Really, I'm fine. I'd rather not actually, because I don't. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's upsetting. Well, let's go hire a. Let's go hire a goalie guy as well. Goalie coach. Let's see if there's anybody in the C. Goalies D minus. D. Anybody with a C. C minuses. Okay. E C minus. Okay. Nah, C minus is the best we're gonna get. So we'll grab. I think there's a 45-year-old up here. Yeah, 45. Sure. You're going to be assistant coach, sure. So I need assistant and associate coach open. Associate coach, here you go. You're going to go to the NHL goalie coach for now, buddy. Well, that is extremely sad. Well, I guess we'll put you at assistant for now so we can get our associate coach in. Either way, that's not the fun part. Let's be honest with ourselves. I've scouted out some trades and some free agents. And you know what? We'll go to the free agents first, okay? If we're going to make this team competitive, we need depth, right? And we need defenders, or we need defensive players. Eric Stahl is exactly the definition of that, and I like the idea of bringing him in on a one-year deal. Jason Demers as well to shore up our bottom six. 1.5 for 1 year sounds good to me. As well as that, we're also going to need Jankowski down here on a one-year deal. And the final guy that we're going to take a look at here, just because I'm not just going to let him go to someone else, is Marchenko. I know we signed him in the last one, traded him away. This one, I think we might keep him, if I'm being honest, because we need prospects. We're actually going to sign a Kokkonen. I don't know. We'll sign him, though. Is there any goalies? We're not signing Tuukka Rask. I forgot to take him out. That's on me, but we're not signing him. We're not doing that. We have UC Saros, so we're set there. So now to the fun part. So for the first two trades, actually, we're going to go and talk to an old friend, right? An old friend who now plays for a brand new team. And I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about yet, but it's going to be an interesting one. Who are we going to? Who could it be? And it's going to be Philadelphia. For the first trade that we want to talk to, or that we want to talk to them about, I want to get Bobby Brink. We got him in the last one. I want to see if I can grow him. I do. They want to give him up, so we need more prospects. That much I can definitely confirm. And we're going to give up Igor and Knack and Olesen and a fourth-round pick in the future because we're going to decimate that year. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. But the way that I look at this, we're improving on Igor for Bobby Brink. Knack and Olesen probably weren't going to be anything. And that fourth-round pick, we had plenty of time to replace. So this is what I think we're going to do. Yep, we can move down Askarov. And there we go. We now have Bobby Brink. Another trade, though, that's going to be made here, and this one's going to be more of a now trade. We're going to bring back Ryan Ellis, and we're going to bring in Travis Konechny. Now you look at Ellis, 6 years on his contract isn't ideal, but we currently have a lot of players locked down long term, so not really surprising there. He has X factors, so hopefully he'll be really good for us. But Travis Konechny is a big one, right? He fits into that age bracket that we were talking about, the 24 to 27. He's good right now. He'll be good in the future. He's a two-way forward, so he fits defensively for us. He's a right wing, which we actually need wingers because we actually have 3 centers in Granlund, Johansson, and Duchesne. So I'm really happy to bring him in. And he's already signed 4 years, which I'm really happy with because that's a great contract. But so let's just go through what we're gonna have to give up, right? So if we're gonna compete, we're gonna have to give some stuff up. The first thing that we're gonna give up is we're gonna give up Grimaldi, right? This covers the right wing 1-for-1, and this opens up 2 mil in cap space for him. The next guy that we're gonna give up is Borowiecki. This covers the defenseman, and again gives us 2 more mil. But if I'm them, I'm gonna start rebuilding, so I want draft picks. And we're willing to give up a first, a second, and a first. Now, hear me out before everybody starts flipping out. Oh my God, you're trading first-round picks. I thought we were supposed to use those to improve. We're going to, but we also have plenty of time to replace those. Okay? And if I'm looking at this from Philadelphia's perspective, right? I'm giving up 2 players. And in reality, if I'm Philadelphia, I'm probably not trying to compete right away to begin with, as, it's not going to go well. Claude Giroux probably isn't good enough, at least in NHL video game terms, to compete. But they don't have the star power to be able to win championships. They're just going to be an okay team for a while here. And, at the end of the day, what do they get? They get trade value. They get potential draft picks. And they have plenty of time to decide what they want to do with those draft picks. So I don't think this is a bad trade. This is what we're going to do because I want to bring in these 2 players terribly bad. So let's see. Does it go through? It will contribute to their success, so they are accepting our trade offer. Welcome to new Nashville Predators. But we are far from done in the trade market. The next team we're going to be talking to is the Boston Bruins. Now, if I'm thinking about our roster, right, we don't have wingers. We already covered that. And, we could really use a guy in that 24 range, or that 24 to 27 range, who's currently struggling, who has potential to get better, who's put up 40 goals before. And, Jake DeBrusk is exactly that. He's what we could really use, because the other thing is he's been a second line forward before, so he's not, I think, is he listed as a second or third liner? So he's listed as a third liner. He's been a second liner before. I don't feel bad about putting him on the third line, or putting him on the second line. Colton Sissons, meanwhile, a bit overpaid for what he is, and for extremely long, which we don't need. We don't need him signed for 5 years. But this isn't going to be enough. That covers the cap space-wise, but we're going to have to give up this future third as well, which is fine. Jake DeBrusk's potential is going to be enough to be able to make up for this. And on top of that, he's an RFA once his contract expires, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Can I check that or no? I cannot check that, but we can check that later. Either way, I'm fairly certain he's an RFA. So he'll keep his value. He'll get better. This is a trade that will help us now and will help us in the future. So I'm very, very excited to be able to pull it off. Can we pull it off, though? They accept our trade offer and will see us out on the ice. So there we go. Jake DeBrusk, another new Nashville Predator. And finally, as you probably noticed, we don't have a whole lot of cap space. So with that limited cap space, we're actually going to make another trade here to just open it up a bit more. We're going to see if we can grab a third from Winnipeg for a certain defenseman on the team. And can I pull him up? It's going to be Matt Benning going to Winnipeg for a third-round pick. Oh, dang, it doesn't work. Okay. How about would y'all do like a fourth and a fifth or something like that? Like a fifth this year and a fourth next year? Would you do that? Rejected. Okay, what about just the fourth? How is there not too much? Okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I think that's a good trade for us. We open up cap space and have roster spots. And I'm not going to do the lines yet. I'm gonna advance so that we can see if we sign those guys. And once we sign those guys, I'll cut away and we'll do the lines. There's the salary numbers. Ah, man. Okay. Are you serious right now, Ahmad? Well, I mean, I guess I need to go ahead and do this then. You know, move you to associate. I could do that much because that goalie coach hopefully will accept tomorrow. And we're going to come back in and we're going to sign you to another 4-year deal. We'll give you 1 point, I don't know, 1.3. How about that, buddy? Please, Ahmad, please do not cause problems. So we'll see if we can sign everybody. Once we take care of everybody, I'll edit the lines and get everything set up for us so that we can start the year. We got the goalie coach. Good. We got Ikonen, Jankowski, Stahl, Demers, and Marchenko all signed. Now we got to go through real quick. Kind of forgot about this part. This part's kind of important. You're going to be the NHL goalie coach. You're going to be the assistant coach. So now, hopefully, that Ahmad will sign so that we can bring him in. And once he's in, I'll go ahead and cut so that I can edit the lines. So there's Ahmad. Yeah, we'll take you guys with us real quick so I can set up the roster, and then the lines I'll do and cut back. So first of all, we're going to make Ahmad. Actually, we're going to start with Man as the AHL coach. We're going to make Ahmad the NHL coach for now, and we're going to give Man the associate coach role. When it comes to the AHL, right, I really like my guys to dominate. I want my guys down there my prospects down there to dominate. I don't want guys that are having to struggle in the NHL. And so that's the reason we're going to send down Tomasino and Brink. We're going to call up Stahl, Demers, and Glass. Call up Jankowski as well. Send down Carrier and Jeannot. And we're also going to send down Askarov. So there we go. In the NHL now we have 18 skaters and 2 goalies. Okay, so I will get back to you guys as soon as I am done editing the lines. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and this is what our year 1 roster is looking like. First line of Forsberg, Granlund, and Konechny. Travis Konechny and Forsberg have exactly the same chemistries, which is absolutely gorgeous to see. Really happy to see that. And just something to keep in mind for the future, right? That's a +5. Luke Kunin, if he can get up to a decent overall, he could be a first-line forward on this team, at least for now. Aside from that, you know, where else does he work? He just works in the top 6 in general, which is really nice. DeBrusk works extremely well for the second line, as does Duchesne. They have the same chemistries. It's really Ryan Johansson that doesn't work very well in this top 6. We could also go with a +2 for both lines here if we move Granlund down, but for now, I think the +3 is probably the best bet. Tolvanen, I mean, oh, that could be a +2 there. So this could potentially, you know, next year be a thing. This right here could. Just a thought, just something to keep in mind. But for now, you know, we're going to leave it at what it is. On defense, we're seeing a +1 and a +3. 0 on the bottom pair. I don't care. That's fine with me. You know, all 3 pairings are all right. You know, this one is really good because this means that our 85 and 86 are going to play like an 88 and a 89, which is nice. Fabro, I want to give him top line minutes. I want him to grow, so he's a perfect fit here alongside Roman Josi. I don't see any reason not to play him there. On the special teams is another fun thing. We get a +5 out of this lineup and a +1, which is insane. We get a +3 on the penalty kill and a +2 on the penalty kill number 2. 3-on-3, we actually get a +1 as well. In goal, we have Saros. So if there's one thing you guys have probably noticed throughout this whole thing, we're getting Konechny, Kunin, and Tolvanen involved everywhere that we can. We're hoping DeBrusk can grow into something. The reason I'm putting him here and not Tolvanen, aside from just chemistry, is I don't want to rush Tolvanen. Tolvanen's 22. He's got medium elite. I don't want to have to force him into a place that he's not comfortable being. So I want him to, you know, take his time in growing. Jake DeBrusk, low or medium top six. You know, he could grow still, but he's been a second line forward before. Cody Glass, we're also hoping can grow. I don't have extremely high hopes for him. Although, hang on a minute. Oh, it's not as good. But still, that's really good chemistries for us just starting out, you know. So it'll be interesting to see. That's for sure. I don't know. That +5 up top is really, really promising to me. But this is the roster we're going to go into the year with. Oh, what in the world? Oh, my MacBook is about to die. Yeah, because I unplugged it. Wow. Yeah, that was genius on my part. Give me 1 second here, guys. There we go. Yep, all good. Crisis averted. For the Milwaukee Admirals, which, let me just say, best looking AHL team in my opinion. Absolutely love them. We're looking at a 0 and a +1. Marchenko, Tomasino, and Brink are getting played everywhere that I can get them. On defense, we're looking pretty solid with a 0, +1, and a 0 again. And Askarov is going to be the starter. Yeah, so if you guys want to see him, you know, feel free to pause. The power play and the penalty kill did not work out great, but well, the penalty kill worked out better than I thought. It's just a 3-man. Extras, you know, again, not ideal, but it worked out. You know, hopefully they can be good, and most importantly, this NHL team can be good. Now we need to look at one more thing before we start simming, and that's the draft class, because this team needs a few things. But I think that a very important thing would be an elite first line center. I think Kunin could develop into that, but I don't think he has the potential to be elite in it. The guy that I really like, I like Lambert a lot. Okay, Lambert's a possibility. But Logan Cooley is a guy that I'm really liking a lot, and I think that he could be really good for us there. Along with that, Seamus Casey, as a defenseman, you know, we're going to need more defensive talent, that's for sure. So those are guys that we need to look at and keep in mind. Yeah, so those are just the things that I want to take a look at, want to make sure that we have in mind. But let's go ahead, you know, I don't know how far we are into this episode because I don't know how much I'm going to have to edit out. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some simulation done just for the fun of it, you know. Uh, Actually, one more thing I want to check. I apologize, guys. We need to do contracts because that could be not good for us at all. I have my phone here so we can do some math on specifically Forsberg. Is Jake DeBrusk an RFA? Kunin is an RFA. Cousins. Jake DeBrusk is an RFA, which is lovely to see. On a 6-year deal is what I'd like to get DeBrusk. He will be fairly cheap. I don't know what. I don't know if we'll be able to get everybody here, which is worrying. But maybe we can move some money around. Hopefully, we can move some money around and figure some things out. So 6 years is definitely as cheap as it takes him to 33. I don't really mind that. Let's see, what can we get him down to? 7.95 times 0.85. Looks like he's going to be on a $6.8 million extension. We're going to go 8.5 just to be safe about it. So that leaves us with what, around 4 point some odd million. You know, and some of that's going to have to go to Kunin. We want Kunin long term. But I think that a 1 year, 7 years is not going to happen. That would be all of our money, and we would not be able to bring back DeBrusk, let alone Glass. So I think okay, hang on. When he's going to be an RFA for 2 years, no questions asked. 1 year might be the best bet here, but you know what? We're just going to let. Now that I think about this, we're just going to let. We're going to do the rest of those later on. Well, should I? See, I'm kind of thinking because if I let them grow, right, that's the thing that I get really worried about. But I want to see at least if we sign, if Forsberg signs that deal. That's the big thing to me. Once Forsberg signs that deal, we can start figuring things out. He renewed his contract. Perfect. So now we have Forsberg locked down. Let's take a look. Sorry, guys, I had to adjust the headset there. Let's take a look at the other guys that need to come back. Kunin, DeBrusk, and Glass. I want to get all three back. Kunin is the most pressing. Okay, 5 mil. So if I was to do this, right, he wants 2 years, which makes sense. Well, I'd only really like you for 1 because that brings you to 25, actually. And you'll still be an RFA, so 3.275 times 25. We'd be looking at about 2.85 is probably what we're going to have to give him. Be safe about it. And DeBrusque, 6 years, 2.55 times 0.5, 2.25 is what we'll give him. That should probably take all of the money, but Cody Glass, we could potentially, I think we'll be able to get Cody Glass for whenever the cap rises. It's the big thing for him. Maybe go ahead and just do like we're going to sign him to a 1-year deal for Kunin, and he'll sign a 6-year deal. Our window, what is our window looking like now? I'm thinking about this. Oh, this is expiring. No, duh. No one's going to be signed if they're expiring. Wow. Okay, so this looks to be the end of a window here. This is what? How many years? 1 this year, next year, year after, year after. Okay, so all right. 3 years looks to be the ideal scenario for Cody Glass. Is he still an RFA? He is. That's huge. Okay. Now, we're going to wait on Cody Glass because I want the other two significantly more. But if we can sign Cody Glass, perfect, Let's go ahead and let's move. So, okay, DeBrusque renews. Please, Kunin. Please, Kunin. Kunin renews. Okay. So last thing we're going to do before we get some actual real simulation done here. Just let me type it into my calculator. It looks like we're going to get him at 1.3 if we have that money available. And we do, thankfully. 1.3, there we go. And we're going to be able to have our cap space growing already. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's just go until he accepts so we can make sure we're doing good here. Yep, we're salary cap compliant. Don't even worry about it. Come on. There it is. Cody Glass renewed. Perfect. Okay, let's get some simulation done before we call this an episode. We'll go like a month in, I think is probably fair. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go a month. Why not? See how the season's going. Be able to make some decisions from there. So, Seattle, we start off with a 6-0 loss. That is not what you want to see for a team that I'm trying to build defensively. And 9-1 loss. It's going to be a brutal year. 4-1 loss to the Kings. I'm astounded. What is going on? Okay. Maybe it was just a rough stretch of games. Yeah, I think, we'll go another month because what was that start? Holy cow. Okay. All right. See, there we go. There we go. That's probably a loss. Yeah. 10-3. We don't lose close games. If it's close, we're winning, but you're either going to beat us by a touchdown or we're going to beat you in overtime. Oh, well, there's our first overtime loss, so spoke too soon. Okay, and we beat the Coyotes as we should. Toronto, a loss 6-3. Okay. Ottawa, we win. Good. Montreal, can we win? We do. Get to double-digit wins on the year. And another there past the Ducks. Take an L to the Knights. It's fair. They're a good team. Need at least one W here. Oh, come on. Beat Colorado. We don't. Wow, that hurts. That hurts a lot. And that's a win there. So, we're definitely not out of it. We're wide. Okay, it changed. 25 points. We're right there. We'll just go to January because that's where I would normally and typically take it. See, how can we do here? A loss versus Boston. Come on, guys. We need to pick this back up now. There we go. We get a win versus Montreal there. Detroit, this should be a win, right? There we go. At least one win out of these 2 games here. An L. And 2 L's. Can we stop that, please? And another. There we go. Get a win versus Calgary there. A loss. Guys, what is up with us and losing, like, the double headers? Come on. Just a couple more. We need some W's, though. Come on, Florida. Beat Florida. Beat Florida. We do. Beat Dallas. This is a big game, divisional game. 8-0 loss. Holy cow. Washington. Oh, my lord, dude. What in the world? So 37 points is a wild card position. Yeah, and I can see why. We're going to be a wild card team for my guess. Let's see how the boys are doing. 37 points. Konechny is looking good. Or Konechny, sorry. He is looking really good. I love that. That was a great pickup in my opinion. He's doing well. 37 points. 36 for Forsberg. And then it kind of drops off. 27 for Granlund. 25 for Duchesne. 23 for DeBrusk. Promising. Kunin with 22. Yossi with 21. Johansson with 17. But 10 goals. Dang. Tolvanen just not putting up. Oh, that's Stahl. Tolvanen, sorry. Just not putting up the numbers that I really expected. He's only putting up 12. I mean, why does Yossi have 100 shots and you have 85, my guy? 142 for Forsberg. Like, I need you to shoot the puck more. And it looks like that top pairing at negative 26. Holy cow. Yeah, Saros is just not simulating well, which is so weird because he's such a good goalie IRL. But either way, that's what the team's looking like. I hope you all have enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.